Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Ameri Lite 238RK. This is, as you can see, a rear kitchen floor plan. You have a slide-out Jackknife sofa, which helps open up your main living space and create kind of a nice mid-living area for people to hang out and entertain guests. If we take a look right here in the back, you will see the fridge-freezer combo. You have the stainless panels on here. When we open that guy up, you'll see you have a cutout there for some of your taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Directly underneath that is your fuse panel, so you'll see your fuses there as well as your breaker box. And then moving over, you get into the rest of the kitchen. 3-burner cooktop here, the front one high output. You have a spot for some of your knives right there in the back. The oven, of course, underneath if you want to do some baking. And then you have your direct vent furnace underneath that. If we move underneath the sink, it looks like big storage, but it is cut off a little bit. You don't have this here, so you just have a little bit there. And then kind of interfering with this side, you get the P-trap, but you do, in my opinion, get 2 pretty usable storage areas there. You also have 3 drawers right here. Again, because you don't have a ton of countertop depth, they're not the largest drawers, but it should work for the majority of your flatware. You may have a little bit of trouble with some of your spatulas, larger spoons, things like that. Double bowl sink right here, so I do like the fact that they give you the 3-burner cooktop with the large double bowl sink, high-rise faucet, 2 electrical outlets right here on the wall, so if you need to plug anything else in, coffee maker, something like that, it's a great spot for it. A couple windows here as well. Then your water heater control is on there too. I do want to show that. Propane only on this one, but that is where you will control it at. And right up top here is your hood with a light and fan, microwave, and then some additional storage right up top there. Making our way over to this side, this of course is the slide-out Jackknife sofa. This one's about 69 inches long, and it also has great storage underneath. You can see that. It's big. The big advantage of a Jackknife is you get all that extra storage. As I mentioned, that does drop down into a bed. You have a window there too, LED light, and storage on both sides. This side you have shelves built in, so my opinion, makes a perfect pantry. This side over here, I kind of wish they mimicked it in all honesty, so you could use it as a linen closet, but instead they went with a hanging rod, so it might be a spot to hang some extra shirts, or even though it is a little ways away from the door, if you want to use it as like a coat closet, you can certainly do that as well. If we take a look right here on the other side, we'll start up top. You have storage on both sides there. Multimedia center right here in the center. This does control the speakers in here as well as outside. It is Bluetooth capable, and it's a DVD player. It uses the RCA cables right here. I know it should be HDMI, but the RV industry just hasn't caught up quite yet. But that will plug into your TV, which you can mount right there, so that way you can watch a movie. Directly underneath that, again, you have the big window there and a dinette. This dinette is about 6 foot long when you drop that down into a bed, so decent size additional sleeping space there. If you're real tall, you probably have to curl up a little. But in order to do that, you simply remove the legs from the flanges right here in the floor as well as the table. This table then drops down right along these rails, put the cushions on it, and that's your bed. You'll also see kind of tucked away in there, you have an electrical outlet. Need to plug anything in, wire at the table, that'll be the place to do so. Up on the ceiling, this one does have LED lights, as I mentioned, the speakers right here. Then you have a ducted AC system as well. The control for that will be right here on this wall, right next to your tank monitoring panel. This one does, of course, have your water pump control on there too. So we take a look at the bathroom. You can come on in here. I'll shut this guy down, take a seat on the toilet just to kind of show you. So as you can see, plenty of leg room here, even when the door is shut. Same thing with the shoulders. I'm pretty wide in the shoulders. It's not too bad. A little tight on this wall, but in reality, I'd have no issues here whatsoever. You have the neo-angle shower over to the side. The doors are in a roller track, which is great because that way the water, when you're done showering, goes down the door, right into the shower pan when you open the doors rather than a swing-style door where you open it and sometimes it gets all over the floor. I'll step in here to give you an idea of height. I'm about 6 foot. As you can see, if I don't stand under the skylight, I kind of hit my head here, but under that skylight, I can easily turn. I got probably another inch or so, so if you're taller than 6'1", you'll probably have to bend down here. But then you'll also see the hand wand there just to make, showering a little bit easier. When we step out, you have mirrored medicine cabinet right up top there. Underneath that, electrical outlet, sink, and then you have some storage right there. Again, you are contending with a P-trap a little, but as far as bathroom storage goes, it's actually pretty good. If you take a look at the master bedroom, you will see your RV queen right here in the center. So it's about 6 inches short or so. of your residential queen size bed. And if we open it up, you will see your freshwater tank is located right there, and then right next to that is your water pump. Obviously, that is very easy to access. On both sides, you have hanging wardrobe storage. You can see that there. You also have electrical outlets, so if you need to plug anything in, you can do that. Shelf across the top here. Windows on both sides. Secondary entrance door. This can be nice if you have additional guests, like, you know, again, sleeping out on that Jackknife sofa or on the dinette. You can kind of leave early in the morning or come back later at night and not disturb them quite as much. You'll also see right here you have a backer mounted on the wall, so you know where to mount the TV, and the appropriate connections for that are right up top. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Ameri Lite 238RK. Right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it much easier to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Simply flip the switch here to raise and lower the tongue. Behind that, you have two 20-pound propane tanks with a cover, and then right back here you have rails for your battery. If you take a look off to this side there, you'll also see this one has solar prep. So if you want solar, all you have to do is buy portable panels, plug it in right there, and it'll trickle charge your battery. Coming up the front here is black diamond plating to help protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And above that, you have smooth aluminum rather than the ribbed aluminum, which not only looks nicer, but it's also easier to clean. And seeing as how this is generally the dirtiest part of your camper, because this is, you know, where all the bugs are getting splattered, that can be a pretty great thing to have on an aluminum-sided camper. Coming around to the side, we'll open up your front storage here. And if you take a look inside, you'll see it's a decent size opening there. Not quite as big of a door on the other side, but still decent storage running all the way through. So that way you can put some of your foldable chairs in there. If you have longer items like fishing poles, things like that, you don't have to break them down. You can slide them right in there. Making our way down a little bit, this is that bedroom entrance I had showed you. Two foldable steps with a grab handle. And then you have a power awning right here. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. And then you have the LED light underneath there as well, so you have light at night. Something else you'll notice here, folks, is you don't have any vents on this side. So all this is great usable camp space between both doors. Because the kitchen's in the back, all your kitchen vents are back there, and the manufacturer had the wherewithal, the wits about them to put all the, you know, the furnace and everything, your water heater on the other side. So that way, again, all this is great usable camp space. I love that they did that. Two outside speakers here, so if you want to listen to music while you're out here, you can do that. Again, those are controlled by that multimedia center inside, but as I mentioned, that unit's Bluetooth capable. Right here is an electrical outlet, so if you need to plug anything in while you're out here, that's the spot to do it. Your main entrance, two foldable steps, but they give you the upgraded grab handle here, so a little bit easier to grab from the first step all the way in. For some odd reason, you still have the small one here too. I guess if you really want to use that one, you can do that as well, but I am glad they at least put the larger one on there. Coming around to the back, you'll see right here you have the square tubular bumper with the end caps. You can pop that end cap off. It gives you a convenient spot to store your sewer hose. And then mounted to that bumper is your spare tire with a cover. Obviously, you know, hopefully you never have to use this, but in the event that you do, having this mounted to the bumper is probably one of the easiest places to access it. Right up top is backup camera prep. If you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it easier to have it installed, so that way it'll save you some money on labor. Coming around to the off-door side here, as I mentioned, you know, you have your water heater on this side rather than the door side. City water inlet right here. 30 amp power cord, just pull that out and plug it in. That, of course, will give you power to the coach. That'll be for your shore power. And then making our way up a little bit further here, you have cable inlet right up here. And then lastly, if you're planning on going somewhere where you don't have water hookup, you'll want to fill your fresh water tank, and that will be where that is located. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2019 Ameri Lite 238RK. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.